Don't want to see it.
Coming on in 20 minutes.
Can't wait around to see it.
Rented
Video. It's the only way to get what you want to watch when you want to watch it. Action, adventure, horror, comedy, drama, suspense, romance. Great entertainment. Always a great value.
Video, it's what you wanna watch.
These movies and many more are available at your local video store.
Now available on CD and cassette.
Do I look like someone who cares what God thinks?
The original soundtrack album to Hellraiser Bloodline, composed by Daniel Lick and performed by Seattle's own Northwest Sinfonia Orchestra and Chorus, is available on Silva America Records and can now be purchased at local record stores.
Welcome to Oblivion.
Hello and welcome to Jazzy Jeff's Trading Card Review Series. I'm Jazzy Jeff. These are trading cards. Let's review. Man, I love that little phrase that I came up with 61 episodes later as I slam the cards down. I am still doing it, and it feels great. I said this before. I'm so excited to be doing trading card episodes again. I know there's a lot of people, a couple people, not a lot of people, but a couple people, have said to me, I noticed you do a lot of trading card, videos, and you should definitely start doing other stuff. And I will, but the thing is I started this YouTube channel doing trading cards. If you want to really go back to the beginning, I had the Jazzy Jeff show, and I didn't really know what that was, and I had some weird videos that I had done about video games, and I had a couple other weird episodes, and then I had the DVD drinking series, which was sort of its own little beast. But this channel has always been like a trading card channel, I'd say, more than anything. However, I did have a great time doing the Amazing Aficionado. Fucked it. I'm gonna leave that in there. The Amazing Atari Aficionado series, which, by the way, is on the way back. And I promised to do sort of a State of the Union address on that and why that is taking so long for those episodes to get rolling. But anyhow, looks like these shorter episodes are doing well. People seem to like them, so I'm going to continue with it. As always, you know me, I don't do research. I don't like to do research, so I did very little research on these cards, but I thought they looked really cool. And as always, I like to leave it up to the fans as well as the viewers, the watchers, all of you out there in YouTube land to do the work for me so that I don't have to. 61 episodes later, I'm still not going to be doing research anytime soon. So let's jump right in. So today's cards, as you can tell from the icon, the picture, as well as the description of the video, or even the title of the video, is Zero Heroes cards, which I've never heard of before. I've never seen these before, and I was very, very excited to show these off once I took a look at some of them. I was like, I got to do a video on these cards. Of course, got to give a special shout out to Morgan and Trey, or is it Trey and Morgan? Really great friends of mine. Obviously, you support the Cartridges Galore video game store that I manage. So I guess maybe that's why I wore that. It's kind of weird how that worked out. Wasn't planning on that. But, you guys are great supporters of the store, but you're also great friends of mine, and you know that I like trading cards, and you guys gave me a ton of trading cards. Bill Nye the Science cards, Star Trek Voyager cards, Indiana Jones trading cards, which I'll eventually get around to doing those, as well as a bunch of Marvel Fleer cards and things of that nature. So thank you for all of those Those are great. Okay, so the cards today, let me focus on the cards. This is Zero Hero by General Mills, of all places. Very, very strange that General Mills, the same people that do cereal, like cornflakes, and I believe they do Rice Krispies. Or that could be Post. But either way, that's just really strange. I don't know if these came in cereal boxes or what this was all about. But like I said, you guys, my viewers, can do the research on that. I'm just a jazzy guy that talks about the cards. So here's the back of the first card, the Zero Hero official ID card. Sort of a name badge. You can put your name in there, write your name on there, and you can be your own Zero Hero. So that is really cool. And then I'm just going to jump right into these. These remind me a lot of like a mix of Garbage Pail Kids / Bathroom Buddies / just kind of like Mad TV magazine-esque, just weird zaniness. Not all of it is disgusting. Some of it is just silly. But let's start with the randomest one there is. Here is the Caped Computer. So obviously a pun on the Caped Crusader. So these are definitely pun cards, you know, puns on various superheroes. So it's like a computer machine that stays plugged into the wall. I guess it can't go much further than the cord. I guess it has to get extension cords to fight crime. Now, of course, I'm not going to read all of these. But they do have information on the back of them about the Caped Computer and each person. And it looks like there's 66 cards in total in this series. So if you were going for a complete set, at least for the 1983 run of them, you would need to get all 66. So I'm not going for a complete set. I'm just collecting whatever I can get. Up next is Cream Puff Man. So, not entirely sure what's going on there. That's kind of weird. Kind of strange. He's holding a bear. He looks very scared. The caped scaredy cat. So, alright. So, there is that. And they all have like little funny stories, like I said. I mean, at some point, you guys just got to get your hands on these and just read them, because some of them are pretty funny. Here we have Electric Man, which basically reminds me of the Spider-Man villain, Electro. And kind of is dressed so similar a little bit to him. So that is pretty funny. Electric Man. Here we have Captain Claude. So he looks like sort of a buffoon or like an idiot of some sort. I guess slightly based on Captain America, maybe. I like how they all have capes. Like, that's definitely a big theme I'm noticing, is like every single character has capes. Also, if anybody knows anything about any of the artists of these cards, you're more than welcome to leave comments about them too, because I'm curious to know who drew these, because a lot of these look similar, so they probably, I don't know if it was the same guy for all of them, or if one guy did a lot of them, but this one so far I really seem to like. The Caped Cucumber. So really, really riding that Caped Crusader pun, calling a lot of these people caped. This guy is literally a cucumber. So this is pretty funny. That is awesome. I like that. I like that one a lot. That might be the Jazzy Jeff pick of the episode. Here we have our first female superhero, and it is Valley Girl. So I guess since this came out in the 80s, 83 to be exact, or I'm sorry, 86 to be, no, 83, I'm sorry, 83 to be exact, then this would have been, I guess at that point they were making fun of Valley Girls. I mean, I guess Valley Girls had been around long enough. I mean, I feel like 83 is kind of early to be doing a pun on like the whole Valley Girl thing. But I don't know. I guess maybe Valley Girls got made fun of back then. That's kind of strange. That's definitely a weird card, I think. All right, up next we have Dazzling Dog. We have our first animal card, so you have to have at least one superhero dog or cat or fish or whatever, I guess. So, interesting. Not too shabby. Here we have Super Sneezer. So we finally have our first, like, Superman type character there. And then here we have Garlic Girl. Holy mackerel. Look at that. So we have our second female card. That's probably my favorite one. And you know what? This one's got a pretty short little paragraph here. So I'm going to read this one. Garlic Gal, a female hero who has the power to reek of garlic. Readers immediately agreed that this idea smelled to high heaven. Garlic Gal later joined the Legion of Super Salads, but that group was soon tossed. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like I said, guys, I wish there's a way that I could get you to show you the back of these. Maybe I will record... I'll record some footage of the camera looking at the back of the card, and then if you want to pause the video, my camera is usually pretty good at picking up fine print, and you should be able to read the back of the card, so I'll do that and see if that works out. Okay, we're down to two last cards, so I'm going to pick out this one to do second, I guess the second to the last. So we have our first, I guess, like boy type character, like Superboy. We have Bullet Boy. So there is that. Bullet Boy. So there you can see are all of the wonderful cards. Alright, so I guess it's that time of the show to show you guys something cool from the Jazzy collection. So, like I said many episodes ago, I was in an action figure mood, and I still am, and I've been slowly trying to show all of my viewers my action figure collection. Now, in the past few weeks, I've actually traded some of my boxed action figures that I didn't really care for in at this local media store to get store credit to buy other stuff because I'm always balling on a budget and trying to cut costs on collecting stuff. I do collect a lot of stuff, as you can tell. If you follow any of my social media outlets, you can tell I get a lot of stuff. But a lot of that is usually flipping. You know, I'll pick up stuff, I'll collect it for a while, and then I'll get bored with it and then trade it away. Or a friend, you know, will come in and he'll be like, oh, I really want that. And I'll be like, okay, well, give me this and give me that, and I'll trade you it. So, you know, there's always deals happening and stuff like that. So, but the stuff that I really like, obviously, I don't trade that away. Unless somebody's willing to really pay a good price on it, I might let it go, but it depends. But anyway, that being said, it's time to show my horror toys. Now, I don't normally, I don't know if I've ever shown these in a video before, so this is very exciting. And I don't normally collect newer toys, and I consider these newer toys because these were made in the mid-2000s per se. 2007 to be exact is the one, and then 2008 is the other. This is the Cinema of Fear line. I have a figure from Series 1, and I have a figure from Series 3. It started in 07, and I think it continued until about 2010, maybe 11. I could be wrong. Once again, for my fans out there, if you guys want to correct me and do research on it. But let's go ahead and show Series 1. So here is Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, obviously, Part 4. Now, getting back to the comment I just made about newer toys, I respect the newer toys and the newer memorabilia and products and stuff that comes out, but there's something about the old memorabilia, old products, old toys and stuff that just had a charm. Like, for example, I have it right here in front of me. This is a Freddy Krueger doll from 1992, and it's like a rip-off Freddy doll. And obviously, he's got claws in both of his hands. And his shirt is, like, rolled up over here for some reason, so he doesn't get any stains on it. Like, everything about this doll looks ridiculous. His feet look weird. He doesn't quite stand right. But, I mean, it's like, it's supposed to be Freddy Krueger. You can tell it's Freddy Krueger. Why he has gloves in both of his hands. You know, and this is the kind of memorabilia that I like. You know, I love the new stuff, and this is actually some of the new stuff that was made really well, and I really appreciate it. But I will always be a sucker for the original stuff. So anyway, that being said, this comes with Pamela Voorhees' grave, a machete, as well as a meat cleaver. Jason's face, you can like remove the head and put a different face on the mask. It looks like it also comes off. He's got that hand where he had a where Tommy hit him with the machete in the hands. There also appears to be an axe, and I think that's everything. This came just chock-loaded with a ton of stuff. This was made by Mezco Toys, and they're trademarks, obviously, of New Line Cinema, which is no longer around, which is pretty wild. And you can find out more about Mezco at mezcotoys.com. They also did Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger, as well as in the infamous scene from Part 3 Dream Warriors, where he's holding the head of the oh man, I'm so bad with names right now. Anyway, you guys know Chop Tot, who's one of my favorites from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and then the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface with the sort of like meat, the meat garb, what is it, apron, and the tie, and the white stained shirt. So, but I've always loved Part 4. It's definitely been one of my favorites for sure. And, obviously here is the VHS tape, super iconic cover. And they just put so much detail into it. It just looks awesome. And, nowadays there's like a bazillion versions of Jason out there, but Mezco Toys got it right. I do still want to get my hands on the Todd McFarlane Jason Voorhees, because that was like an original Jason Voorhees that wasn't based on anything. I don't know if they did a Mezco toy for every single movie, but I know they did one, I think, for like Part 2, and I think they might have done a Jason X one. And speaking of Jason X, this is Series 3. So once again, they have, a different Freddy, and then they have the Hitcher from the Texas Chainsaw, the original, and then they have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake version of Leatherface or Thomas Hewitt. And then here is Jason Voorhees from Jason Goes to Hell. So there is the VHS tape. I got to get that in there. So there you go. Very awesome toy. Comes with his heart, of course, that gets eaten. A machete, which is a must. You have the dragon dagger. If you look really close, the infamous dagger from the Evil Dead. I can't remember if that dagger was in Evil Dead, but the Necronomicon, that's what it was in Evil Dead. But I feel like that knife was supposed to also be a reference or a nod to Evil Dead. And then, of course, there's the Hell Spawn that comes out of Jason, which is incredible. And then you have Jason all banged up. It looks like his mask does come off, which has always made me want to open up this toy. But I've just been, I've just been kind of holding off on opening it. At some point, I may do a video just talking and showing these off around Halloween time. But like I said, this is the 61st episode of the trading card review series, so I wanted to show everybody something a little bit different. Not to mention, this is a little bit longer, and it was a little bit longer for a reason. So this is the season finale. This is the last episode of season 4. The trading card review series will definitely be back for season 5. I don't know when I'm going to start working on it, but I'm not, like, this isn't the end of the show. This isn't the end of anything. But I'm just putting a little bit of a hiatus on it now because I think I've released enough trading card review episodes that I'm comfortable with and that you guys are comfortable with. So now, for anybody that might have missed some episodes, now's a great time to go back and watch some of the old ones. And I'll probably be reposting some of the old ones and stuff. So anyway, it's been incredible. It feels great to be back. I'm really excited. It's been a hell of a year, as you all know. A lot of stuff has happened. So thank you so much for continuing to support the channel, supporting the show. And take care for now. This has been Jazzy Jeff, of course, with the Trading Card Review Series. And I will definitely, like I said, there will definitely be a Season 5. When that will start filming, I do not know. But there's definitely going to be other content happening on the YouTube page of mine. So stay tuned.